So, as part of this series this week, I'm always completely and utterly just so blessed to have and know so many amazing women on Instagram around the world. And I'm going to introduce you to Emily, who is a speechwriter and communication strategist for a Chicago-based agency that helps Fortune 500 leaders talk with their employees. Wow, look at you. Amazing. You go, gal. I love this. So would you like also, because I also like talking to you because I've been on your Instagram live, so we know each other. Would you like to tell the viewers a little bit more about you and what you are when you're not doing this amazing work stuff?
Oh, when I'm not doing this amazing work. I am a mom, which is a huge part of how I identify. I am a single mom and a solo mom. So I have 2 kids from a marriage and another kid after marriage. And I am also an aspiring author who's writing a book about my sexual revolution after divorce.
Fantastic.
And I know, here comes the TMI.
More of it.
Yeah, but I am also a former travel journalist. I've lived in Mexico in my 20s, and I also was a former athlete. I used to be a swimmer, which is something that you and I connect on a lot.
Totally.
But you're a cold water, open water swimmer, and I like pools.
You
swim as little as possible and just push off walls. That's what I like.
See, I used to do that a lot, and then I think obviously, you know, what's happened in the last year, all the pools kind of closed down around here, so I don't. But the sea, I was in the sea yesterday, and I have to say, I think the spring water is a whole lot colder than the winter water. It was cold. I mean, properly, like I noticed it. So amazing. Thank you. And
I haven't been swimming either, Tosh, unfortunately, because the pools are closed and my coats don't fit. Like I put on my trusty jean jacket and I was like, so I'm gonna have to get back in the water as soon as possible.
I had a photo taken of a very, very skinny, lovely friend of mine yesterday, and I put it on my Instagram, and I literally just thought, oh my goodness me, girl. The hourglass is really rocking it on this picture. It was very funny. Anyway, hilarious. So, a couple of the questions I'm obviously asking all these lovely guests of mine on this series is, why do you and what do you love about women? Where do you start?
I mean, yeah, really, women are just so amazing. And women are just excellent community builders, right? Like, I feel like we are able to connect in ways that are, I work with a lot of female leaders and I work with a lot of male leaders too. And I guess what I see with women and men that are adopting more like feminine leadership styles is this aspect of inclusivity. And I think that we get a bad rap as women sometimes, that like, in maybe past generations, we've tried to like take each other down so that we could get up. But I just see this incredible vibe right now with this next generation of leadership, and also the women coming up in the ranks of companies and in my own life, of just being completely inclusive, wanting to lift more up, that there's like something for everybody out there. So I love that about women. And I also, just at a personal level, I think women are just unspeakably multidimensional. And so when we talk about building community with multidimensional people, basically you just have like a constant stream of fascinating conversation and connection and awesomeness. So I just think women are so strong and powerful and goddessy. And I'm just happy to be part of that club.
I love that. We've got the goddess word in there as well in this series. Thank you for that. It's really interesting, isn't it? Because I think for so long we've been asked to sort of, you know, be slightly suspicious. And somebody was talking to me the other day, I think it was about divorce coaching. And I just said, you know, the more of us that are out there doing it, and certainly in the UK, because it's a relatively new thing, the better it is. I mean, it just spreads the word and it helps. It supports people as well. And not to worry, there's always enough for everybody. And we've kind of not, you know, it's a kind of probably another conversation about, you know, scarcity, and actually there is so much, and it's almost like there's more when you're all lovely together as well and helping and supporting each other. So
I just read a chapter last night. One of my favorite Brit authors, I was looking for the book, Caitlin Moran, in her
she's so brilliant, isn't she?
If you haven't read More Than a Woman, which is about how
I have
one woman You know, the chapter where she talks about this specifically with
Yeah.
women, how we can, how we really need to lift each other up and not cancel each other. And she actually gives like a checklist for checking for feminism before you decide to take another woman down publicly.
Actually, I'm going to look that up and put it on a post. Actually, yeah.
It's like, check to see, would a man do this to a man for not including all people or whatever? I mean, it's a great little thought stream on how
totally. I follow her on Twitter. She's great.
She's great.
Yeah, she properly tells it as it is. I love her, actually. So the other question I wanted to ask you is, can you give all the listeners and viewers one of your amazing life tips for women?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, first of all, I have no business giving life tips. So I have one life tip only that I would ever give any woman, and that is to listen to herself. We need each other, but we don't need each other to tell each other what to do or how to be or how to think or what decisions to make, because that wisdom is within all of us. We have so much more power than we realize. We have domain over our own existence and our own thought forms, and we do, even if we don't think we do. And so I would say to every woman, just life tip number one is just to tune into that inner voice, because she is so much wiser than you know.
And believe it's powerful. I love that tip. That is just one of my big life, my life kind of big ticks in the box. You listen to yourself. You have your back more than anybody else. You are like your own superpower. We just need to believe it, don't we?
Yes.
Get that superpower in there.
Power plus. Yeah, no, I don't know. I really feel it funny doing that, but like next thing I'm gonna be like, we as women are just so like socialized, and also the way we are brought up, and just because actually the flip side of that inclusivity, I think that we innately have, and this kind of like receptivity to other people, is we sometimes get confused and confuse that for like needing someone else to sort of direct us in some ways. And I mean, that's how the patriarchy took over and all that, but we're not going to get into that. I just think like this we're just powerful beings of feminine intuition and strength, and we need to make our own decisions about, I mean, I'm talking like everything from like, what should I make for dinner tonight, or what should I have for dinner, to like, should I leave this marriage? I mean, these are from small, there's no decision too big or too small that you can't make. And
I agree.
Pull in your consultants and all, but like,
and it's a habit as well, isn't it? So the more even if we just practice like owning that cup of tea we want, or that flavor tea we want, or whatever, and just start small and start kind of creating that neural pathway that kind of you can check back into and go, yeah, I can do this. Actually, we don't have to go into the big decisions so quickly. So yeah. No, you're right.
I'm going to own the shit out of that cup of tea today, girl.
I'm going to go make one now.
That's a good reminder, because like here I am like, but like I truly struggle with these questions too. I mean, we all do. Everybody does. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and also our greatest flaw sometimes,
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on here. As ever, love talking to you, and for long or short time. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.